Okay, so good day, grade 8. Welcome to week number 6 of our discussion. So today we will explore our next topic, which is about conservation of energy. Okay, so this time it's still connected to our previous topic, kinetic and potential energy. But this time we will focus on how energy transforms from one form to another. And so in week number 5, we just focus on explaining what is kinetic, what is potential. And hopefully you learn the concept about kinetic and potential. So this time naman, yung sinabi ko nga, okay, we will just focus, okay, on how energy transform from one form to another. Okay, so I am Sir Wawi, your ever curious science buddy. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you'll always be updated on our upcoming lessons. So, sige, start na tayo. Okay, like what I've said earlier, our topic this time is about conservation of energy. So let's read the learning competency. The first one, describe conservation of energy in everyday situations involving gravity, such as when objects fall. Okay, for the second learning competency, gather information from the secondary sources to explain how potential energy stored in lakes and dams in the Philippines is used to produce kinetic energy to generate electricity for use in homes, communities, and industry. Okay, so doon din natin makikita kung ano yung practical applications, how energy transform from one form to another. Okay, and then for the learning objectives, explain the condition of energy in an isolated system. Of course, I will explain to you what is an isolated system. Okay, and then for the second one, demonstrate practical examples of how energy is neither created nor destroyed but changes only into other forms. So, ang pinaka-practical applications natin dito is how a dam works. Paano ba gumagana ang isang dam or yung mga dam natin dito sa Philippines, how it works. Okay, that's the practical applications of the energy transformations. Doon natin makikita yung mga energy or different types of energy, how they transform from one form to another. And then for the third one, illustrate and explain the energy generation and transformation to energy distribution systems. And for number four, analyze and compare the different characteristics of the hydroelectric power plants in the Philippines. So, magsasite din ako ng mga sample, okay, or example of hydroelectric power plant na makikita din natin dito sa Pilipinas. And alam naman natin, pag sinabi natin mga dam, yan yung nagpo-provide din ng mga water supply, especially sa mga communities. And aside from that, it also help to generate electricity. Okay, para naman may instant supply yung isang community. But do you think that a dam can supply the whole country? Of course, hindi no. Okay, so limited lang din. So may mga specific energy or total energy lang talaga na pwede niyang ma-generate. Okay, and then for the next number, discuss the impacts of a dam construction on natural ecosystems in the environment and local communities. So titingnan din natin diyan kung ano ba yung mga natural or disadvantage and advantages of building a dam. Ano ba yung mabuting dulot nito? Meron ba? Or there are disadvantages, especially in the environment and in animals, of course. So yun ang ating titingnan. Sige, so before we begin, let's have a short review. Okay, review about the discussion that we had in week number 5. So alam naman natin in week number 5, we discussed the main difference between kinetic energy and potential energy. So as a review, okay, make use of the figure below. It's a pendulum about the path of a swinging pendulum to answer the following questions. Okay, so isa lang po yung pendulum yan. In-indicate lang din yan yung different positions na tinake ng pendulum kasi pabalik-balik yan habang nagsiswing. So, from point A, point B, point C, point D, and point E. So, these are the questions. So, for the first question, which letter indicates the highest potential energy? So, alin ba dyan sa mga points na yan yung may mataas ang potential energy? And we all know that potential energy is affected by factors like mass and ano pa yung isa, gravity. So, mass and ano pa? Gravity. Yun yung nakaka-apekto together with height rather. Okay, so those are the factors. The mass, gravity, and height are the factors affects the potential energy. Ano? So, tingnan natin. Alin ba dyan sa mga point na yan yung mataas? Especially height. So, ibig sabihin yung mataas dyan is yung point A and point E. So, that point, okay, has the highest potential energy. Okay, so next, which letter indicates the greatest kinetic naman or yung may maximum kinetic? Okay, it's letter, correct, it's letter C. Okay, doon sa point C, mataas ang kinetic, pero yung potential natin, okay, sobrang baba or can be considered zero, okay, in that point. Which letter indicates the lowest potential energy? Okay, correct, it's letter C pa din. Okay, and then, which letter indicates the lowest kinetic energy? Dalawang sagot. It's point A and point E. Okay, which letter indicates that kinetic energy and potential energy are equal? Anong point naman? Dalawa ang sagot dyan. It's point B and point D. Okay, and then for the next question, neglecting friction, what is the value of the total energy at all points of a pendulum's path? Ano kaya yung total value ng energy in different positions of the pendulum? Correct. Okay, so para makuha natin yung total value or the mechanical energy, okay, you just have to get the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. So since wala naman tayong given value diyan, so it's impossible for us to get that specific amount. So kung may given value, yan, pwede natin siyang mas. Okay, so let's start our first activity this lesson. It's about vocabulary crossword puzzle. So, objectives is to strengthen vocabulary by solving crossword using definitions as clues. So, we have our PowerPoint. So, actually, yung puzzle is meron ding ano diyan, walang number 9. Okay, so wag na lang muna natin sundin yung puzzle. Anyway, so sagutan na lang muna natin yung mga tanong. So, sum of kinetic and potential energy. So, madali lang naman pag sinabi nating sum of kinetic and potential, it's, okay, mechanical, ano. And energy in motion for number 6. Correct. Okay, it's kinetic energy. What about stored energy? Pag sinabi nating stored energy, yun po yung potential energy, ano. Okay, number 9, energy present in a gasoline. So, ano ba yung gasoline? Gasolina. So, definitely, it's chemical, ano? Chemical energy. So, what about the energy released from the core of an atoms? Okay, yun po yung ating nuclear energy. Okay, and then for number 14, mechanical energy transmitted through a medium. Okay, mechanical energy transmitted through a medium. Ano naman siya? Okay, kumbaga, type siya ng mechanical energy, pero na-transfer daw siya through the use of medium like solid, liquid, and gas. Correct. Sound energy. Okay, number 15. Form of electromagnetic radiation. Ano naman yung form of electromagnetic radiation? Okay, actually, ito yung dapat na-discuss din pero pang grade 8 dati. So, an energy which is a form of electromagnetic is light energy. Okay, actually, light energy kasi can travel without medium. Yun naman yung kaibahan ng electromagnetic radiation sa ating mechanical energy. Yung mga mechanical energy kasi is nakakapag-travel sila via medium. While yung ating sa electromagnetic, kahit walang medium, like the light, okay, they can travel. Okay, so sige. Down naman, energy present in a spring. Okay, yung number 1. Energy present in a spring. Correct, it's elastic. It's actually elastic potential. Ano? So, number 2, energy present in going at a certain height. At a certain height. Okay, may, what do you call this? Merong kinalaman yung height. Correct. Gravitational energy or gravitational potential energy. What about number 3? Product of force and displacement. Napakadali naman, ano? Of course, it's work. Okay. Number 5. Energy due to motion of electric charges. Energy due to motion of electric charges. Number 5. 5. Excuse me. Okay, it's electrical energy. Correct. Okay. And then, number 8, rate of doing work. Siyempre, it's power. And the number 10, transfer of energy from high temperature to a lower temperature. Okay, correct. It's transfer of energy from high temperature to a lower temperature, anong tawag natin? It's four letters. Excuse me. Ayan, it's four letters. Ano po yan? Transfer of energy from high temperature to a lower temperature. Correct. It's heat energy. Okay. What number are we? Number 11. Change of position. Number 11. Change of position. Ano naman yan? Change of position. Okay, ilang letters yon? Okay, napakadali ng motion. Change in position is motion. Okay, and then number 13, ability to do work. Okay, the ability to do work, it's energy. Okay, what number is that? Number 13. Okay. So, dito po sa ating keto correction, may mga mali po din tayo diyan. Like, for example, itong number 2, dalawa. Dapat ito electrical. Ito naman dapat heat. Okay, so ito yung motion. Okay, so hopefully is wag na lang natin tong sundin. Okay? So, anyway, nasabi na naman natin yung mga correct answer here. Okay. Okay, proceed na tayo sa activity number 2, exploring the conservation of energy. Okay, so to understand that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed. So meron tayong PowerPoint. So observe examples of energy transformation, identify the types of energy involved, and the number 3, explain how total energy remains constant. Okay, so sige. So, in conservation of energy, energy helps objects move, stop, and change. Okay, like for example, a ball, a bicycle, or a swing uses energy. All of it. Okay, so lahat naman, even ngayong mga nakatigil, they possess energy. Okay, so, sige. So, let's discuss the principle of conservation of energy. Ano nga yung tinatawag nating principle of conservation of energy? It says here that energy cannot be created, energy cannot be destroyed, energy only changes form. Okay, so ito yung ating principle of conservation of energy na tinatawag. Tandaan natin mga anak that energy flows in a system or it only flows, it only transforms. It cannot be created, it cannot be destroyed. Okay, energy only changes form. Magbabago lamang yung kanyang form. Okay, so papaano ba yan? So, practical example. So, like for example, when you drop a ball, the energy does not disappear. It changes from one form to another. Let's say the ball is in your hand. So, at first, yung ball natin nasa ating kamay, it has potential energy. But when you drop the ball, that potential energy changes into another type of energy, which is kinetic energy. So, doon ba is ginawa or the energy created or nawala? Okay, hindi po. Ano, energy only changes form from potential energy naging kinetic energy. Okay. So, question. What is an isolated system? Ano ba yung tinatawag nating isolated system? Okay. So, an isolated system is a system where no outside forces is acting, no extra energy is added. So, ano ba yan? So, an isolated system, yun yung po yung system na it doesn't exchange energy or matter with its surroundings. Kumbaga kung ano lang yung nandoon, yun lang. Okay. This means no energy goes in, walang energy na pumapasok, at wala ding energy na lumalabas. Okay. Ang tawag natin doon is isolated system. So in real life, okay, perfectly isolated system, napakadalang naman ito, but we use the idea of isolated system to study energy conservation. Okay, like for example, a ball falling freely, no pushing. Okay, it's an isolated system. A swing moving back and forth, ignoring air resistance. Okay, another example is like for example, imagine a thermos, yung thermos natin, with hot water inside. Okay, may mainit na tubig doon sa loob. It is an example of perfectly insulated or isolated. The heat stays inside. Okay, and then, so the system is almost isolated. Kumbaga, yung init na nandun sa thermos, nandun lang sa loob. Hindi lumalabas, and then wala din namang energy na pumapasok. Okay, no energy goes in, no energy goes out. Okay, it's an example or can be considered Okay, as example of isolated system. Okay. Ano pa ba? Meron pa bang example? So, for that one, okay, so ang key idea lang natin dito, an isolated system, okay, the total energy inside stays constant. Just moving between different forms. Nandun lang talaga dun sa system na yun. Hindi, walang nagbabago, walang nadadagdag. Kung ano lang yung energy na nandun, yun lamang. That's an isolated system. Okay. So next, conservation of energy in a system. So what do you mean by conservation energy in a system? Okay, meron tayong tinatawag na energy conversion. Okay, what do you mean by energy conversion? Dito na papasok, malapit na tayong pumasok doon sa energy transformation na tinatawag. So, from the word conversion, ibig sabihin convert one form to another. So, energy conversion happens when energy changes from one form to another. Okay. And example, practical examples ito ay falling ball from potential to kinetic. Like another is bicycle going downhill. Potential energy to kinetic energy. Throwing a ball upward, kinetic and then potential. Okay. So, ang energy conversion, yun lamang yung when energy changes from one form to another. And another example, ito yung mga practical from K to P lang ito. Pero magbigay tayo ng other practical examples. Like, yung battery in a flashlight. Alam niyo yung battery sa flashlight? Okay, so yung ating battery sa flashlight, alam naman natin na it, what do you call this? It power the flashlight or pinapagana nito. Without the battery, the flashlight will not work. Okay, so yung energy transformation sa flashlight from the battery is chemical muna. Chemical energy, then it will be converted into electrical. Okay, and then it will be converted into light energy, and then later on it will be converted into heat energy. Okay, kumbaga nagbago-bago lang yung type ng energy. Okay, that's the idea of conservation of energy. Okay, so yun po yung ating sinasabing energy conversion. Another, food in your body. Okay, from chemical energy, it will turn into mechanical kasi nagda-digest tayo and then into thermal. Okay. After digestion, we will, yung ating katawan mag-work or magagalaw in its function. Okay. Sige. Next, energy changes during motion. So, talaga namang nag-change yung energy during motion. At the top, okay, imagine at the top, mataas ang potential energy. Okay. At the top, low naman ang kinetic energy. While falling, while falling, yung object potential energy decreases while kinetic energy increases. Okay. So ang practical example nito, a shock drop from a board from the board. Okay. So nung shock ay nasa taas pa, mataas ang kanyang potential, mababa or zero ang kanyang kinetic. Pero habang nagfo-fall siya, na-fall or nahulog, okay, bumaba yung kanyang potential, tumaas ang kanyang kinetic. Okay. Activity number three, conservation of energy activities. So to understand the principle of conservation of energy through exercises and hands-on practice. So meron tayong PowerPoint of course, and then answer the true or false questions, identify examples of energy transformation, perform a simple practical activity showing energy conservation. Okay. So true or false. Write T if the statement's true and F if false. Ano? So energy disappears when an object falls. It's false ano. Okay? So hindi po nawawala yung energy. Okay? It only transform from one form to another. Okay? Energy can change form. It's true. A moving bicycle has kinetic energy. It's true. A book on a shelf has potential energy. It's true. Okay. So, identify the energy. Okay, meron tayong choices sa baba. Okay, a ball resting on a table. Correct. It's potential energy. A running dog. Correct. It's kinetic energy. A falling apple from potential to kinetic, so it's energy conversion. Okay. So, hold the object above the ground and then drop it and observe the motion. So, we have a ball and an eraser. So, this is the question. What energy does it have before falling? Syempre, potential. And then while it falls, correct, it's kinetic. What energy does it have while falling? Okay, it's kinetic. Ayan. So, key ideas, just remember, energy cannot be created or destroyed. Energy only changes form. That's the idea of conservation of energy. Potential energy and kinetic energy change, but the total energy stays the same. Okay. Like for example, yung ating kanina at chalk from the board na hulog. Yung ating total energy na tinatawag nating mechanical energy, hindi yun nagbabago. Even though na yung potential naging kinetic or kinetic and then to potential, okay, the total energy stays the same or tinatawag nating constant. Yun ang tatandaan natin. Kung ang total energy is 23,000, no matter what happened, kinetic or potential decrease or increase, still, okay, yung ating total energy will remain in that way. Hindi mababawasan, hindi madadagdagan. Okay? So, example, swing, falling ball, bicycle, downhill. Okay, exit question. What happens to energy when you drop a ball? Siyempre, it changes form, okay, from potential to kinetic. But remember, the total energy stays the same. Okay, so potential energy in water, lakes, dams, and hydroelectric power. So to understand how potential energy in water is stored and used to generate electricity. Okay, so using potential energy from lakes and dams. So, ano ba yung karaniwang type ng energy? Pag may nabanggit natin yung dam, we have hydroelectric power. Ano? Okay, so hydroelectric power generation. So, water stored in dams can be used to produce electricity. Okay, yung mga in-stored na water sa mga dams, kayang-kaya niyang makapag-produce ng electricity. So, water stored in dams is found, okay, at a high place. Sa mataas, syempre, na lugar, ano. Okay. And water at a high place has potential energy because of height. So, yung water na nasa taas ng dam, naka-store doon, may stored energy na tinatawag nating potential energy. Okay. So, a large lake behind the dam is like water stored in a shelf. Okay, mataas ang kanyang potential energy doon sa point na yun habang naka-stored siya. Okay. What is hydroelectric power? So, a hydroelectric power uses water stored behind dams. It converts potential energy into kinetic energy, and it turns turbines to produce electricity. So, opening a faucet makes water move and spin a water wheel. Okay. So, energy transformation and hydroelectric dams. Paano ba nagkakaroon? Ito yung magandang practical example ng energy transformation. Okay, sa mga dams or hydroelectric power plant. Okay, so una munang type ng energy, okay, the water stored in dams. Okay, so ano yung type ng energy na meron doon? It's potential energy. Okay, but what if the water is released? Pinakawala na yung water. Siyempre, bababa siya, di ka? Bababa yung water. So, from potential, nung gumalaw na yung tubig, pababa, it turns into kinetic energy. Okay. Habang pababa yung tubig, okay, anong ginawa niya dun sa mga turbines na nandun? Okay, habang pababa yung tubig, pinaikot niya yung mga turbines. Spinning, turns the turbine to spin. Habang nag-spin yung turbine, yung kinetic nagbago, naging mechanical energy na. Okay, habang umiikot yung turbine, okay, anong nangyari na dun sa generator? Okay, it produces electrical energy. Okay, so imagine, ang daming pinagdaanan from potential to kinetic to mechanical to electrical. Okay, so that's an example or best example of energy transformations. Okay, so doon pa lang sa water stored, okay, or water storage, potential energy. Okay, water is stored in dam usually, 'di ba, sa high elevation. Okay, because of its height, the water has gravitational potential. Okay, like what I've said earlier. And then the water is released, it turns the turbine to spin. Okay, and then it produces electricity. And then the electricity will be delivered in different parts of the community, at home, in school, in hospitals, etc. Okay. So practical example, flowing water spins a turbine like how wind spins an electric fan. So, for next activity, how dams work. Okay, to understand the structure and function of dams in controlling water and generating energy. So, actually, this is the structure of a hydroelectric power plant. Okay, so na-explain ko naman how it works. Okay, syempre may stored water at the top. Then, pag pinakawalan, okay, and then, the generator will produce electricity. Okay, so how electricity is produced? Water is stored behind the dam. First step. Okay, next step, water flows downward. Second, third step, flowing water spins the turbine. And then the generator produces electricity. Okay, so that's the different steps. Ano? So what do you think is the role of engineers? Okay, so in constructing a dam, so civil engineers design strong dams, control water flow, ensure safe energy conversion. Okay, so for practical example, engineers design dams like Magat Dam and Angat Dam to supply electricity. Okay, so uses of hydroelectric power. Ano ba yung mga gamit nito? Where is the energy used? Of course, in different areas. Electricity from dams is used for homes, schools, communities, and different industries. Ano? And then for practical example, electric lights, electric fans, and refrigerators uses electricity. Okay. And what are the effects naman? The effects of dams on the environment. Okay, unahin muna natin yung advantages, okay, of dam. Of course, clean and renewable energy. Okay, yung mga dams nakakapag-produce sila ng renewable energy. When I say renewable energy, okay, yun yung mga pwedeng palitan and walang pollution na dala sa kalikasan. But still, there are disadvantages. Meron ding disadvantages sa kalikasan. Like for example, it changes water flow. Binabago nito yung normal na daloy ng tubig. Kasi na kokontrol natin kung kailan lang sila i-release or kung kailan sila gagamitin. Okay, and for that, it affects fish and plants. Okay, syempre, may affect nearby communities also. Paano ba naapektuhan yung mga isda dito? Kasi yung normal nilang uh, swimming path na disrupt because of this kind of construction. Kaya yung mga isda na dating ito yung alam nilang daan papunta to connect the rivers and oceans, nababago because of constructing dams. Okay, next. So understanding how dams work, okay, to learn how dams function and apply the knowledge through exercises and practical activity. Okay, so true or false? Water stored in dams has potential energy. Correct, it's true. Flowing water has kinetic energy. True pa din. Hydroelectric power causes air pollution. It's false. Dams can affect natural habitats. Correct, it's true. So second, identify the energy. Water, meron naman tayong choices sa baba. Water stored behind the dam, okay, potential. Water flowing through a dam, kinetic, spinning turbine, mechanical. Electricity used at home, electrical energy. Okay. So, you can use this or you can do this rather. Okay, pwede nating ipagawa sa mga bata. Practical activity. Pwede rin naman. Hindi, it's optional. Okay. So, let's proceed on formative assessment. Okay, so choose the letter of the correct answer. So use the figure below to answer questions 1 and 2. So which has the greatest gravitational energy? Correct. It's letter A, W, ano. Okay, which is the greatest kinetic energy? Correct. It's letter B, X. Okay. So meron akong scenario, the mass of the roller coaster cart below is 80 kilogram. It starts from rest at a height of 30 meters and reaches a speed of 20 meter per second. At point B, assume no energy is lost due to dissipative forces such as friction. So i-assume natin dito na walang energy na na-lost. Okay, kumbaga constant. Okay, yung system. Okay. So, let's start. For question number 1, what is the total mechanical energy of the roller coaster cart at point A? At point A, tinatanong, ano yung total mechanical energy? So sa point A, kung titingnan natin, nakatigil pa. Okay, ibig sabihin, nakatigil siya, zero yung kinetic energy. So all you have to do here para makompute natin yung mechanical energy is use the formula for potential energy, which is potential energy is equal to mass times acceleration due to gravity times height. So substitute lang tayo. What is the value of mass here? So you have 80 kilogram. And then times, since ang gravity natin or acceleration due to gravity is constant, let's put 9.8. And then what about the value of height? Nabanggit naman 30 meters. Okay, so what do you think is the answer? It's 23,520. So nasa choices ba yung 23,520 joule? Syempre. So it's letter C. Okay, number four. What is the total mechanical energy of the roller coaster cart at point B? At point B. Okay, so titingnan natin yung total mechanical energy of the roller coaster cart at point B. So here, you just no need to solve it again. Kasi nakalagay sa scenario na we will assume that no energy is lost. Ibig sabihin, constant yung system. So ibig sabihin, at all times or in different points, laging ang total mechanical is 23,520 joule. So what is the answer? Letter C. Okay. What is the amount of potential energy at point A? Ano naman yung potential? Siyempre, sa point A, zero ang kinetic. So of course, potential energy, yung kanyang energy doon is 23,520. Okay. Letter D. What is the amount of kinetic energy at point 8? Hindi gumagalaw. Of course, zero. It's letter A. The amount of potential energy at point P. Okay, so since alam naman natin na uh, ito ay constant, 23,520 yung total mechanical energy. So ang gagawin lang natin para makuha yung potential energy sa what you call this, dito sa ating point B is we will first compute the kinetic energy. Ano? So, ano ba ang value ng kinetic? So, remember, the formula for kinetic is kinetic energy is equal to 1/2 times mass times velocity squared. So, kanina, ano yung value ng velocity? It's 20 meter per second. So, squared muna natin yun. 20 times 20, 400. And then ito times sa mass, which is 80. So, 80 times 400 is equal to 32,000 divided by 2, which is yung 1/2, is equal to 16,000 joule. Okay, alam na natin yung kinetic. So, ang total energy is 23,520. So, we will just subtract 23,520 minus 16,000 joule is equal to 7,520 joule. So, yun yung ating value ng potential energy. Okay, so what is the amount of kinetic energy at point B naman? Point B yung tinatanong. So, malinaw, it's 16,000. Okay, so using the figure below, what is the total mechanical energy of the cart? Siyempre, total mechanical, i-add lang natin ay day 10 joule, PE plus KE. Okay, and then number 10, use the figure. What is the value of its kinetic energy when the cart reaches the highest point? Of course, it's zero pag highest point kasi ang mataas doon ay potential energy. Okay. So, thank you so much and I hope that you learned something for our discussion today.